Hi guys, just wanted to do a short video on this little thing, the Miswak. So this is basically a natural toothbrush. It looks like a twig, right? You get it like this naturally. And what you want to do is take off a little bit of bark around it. See here, you take off a little bit of bark and you end up with like a part like this. And you see there, inside, it's very bristly like a toothbrush. If you can see, focus that, look at that. Very bristly, just like a toothbrush. And what it is, it has these natural juices in them that are very, very good for your teeth. Very good for your teeth, to the point that if you had, and I'm not even joking, if you had a toothache, use this and alhamdulillah, inshallah, it should heal it. So what happened was, just from experience, I had a toothache, really bad toothache. So, you know, I would try anything to let the pain go away. I used this, right? The pain went. And then obviously slowly but surely came back maybe after about 5-10 minutes. Then again, I used another one, like a fresh one. And again, the pain went. And after sort of 3 uses, 3 fresh ones of these, essentially the pain just completely went away, right? And it essentially healed my toothache. These cost like 50 pence each. If you go to the dentist or something, you know, on an emergency, midnight, whatever toothache, you're going to cost a lot of money. You're looking at about 60, 100 pounds, something like that, right? But this, 50 pence, 3 of them, £1.50, and my toothache was healed. So the thing is, what it is, each part of this has like natural juices. So every time you use this, you want to like chop the whole thing off and then again remove some bark and use that. That's like the way we put toothpaste on a toothbrush, right? You don't want to just use the same part every single time. Especially if you have a toothache, use a fresh one. Once you've used it, cut, and then it's got more juices here, natural juices here, okay? So again, remove the bark and you end up with bristles like this. Use that again, do that 2-3 times, however many times you need to get rid of your toothache. But anyway, so I just thought I'd give you that information. This is actually a sunnah of Muhammad S.A.W, an example of Muhammad S.A.W, that he showed us to use 1400 years ago, that we've been brushing our teeth for a very long time, alhamdulillah. So, and you know, like it said, you know, the comforter will come. This is a great deal of comfort that, you know, we have such a blessing with such a cheap piece of twig, really. And yeah, I'm not even joking. Try it for yourself. Don't believe me, try it for yourself. You can get these at any Arab shop, or like if you have friends, Muslims or whatever, go to the mosque, or they usually sell them outside mosques or whatever. They're about 50 pence, and what they're called is Miswak. Let me show you the label there, Miswak. So ask anyone near the mosque or whatever, if you're interested in getting some, ask them for a Miswak. Yeah, natural toothbrush, very, very beneficial, very healthy. You know, all the toothpaste and that are chemicals. In general, you should be using this anyway. And the hadith of Muhammad S.A.W, which says to use these, is you should use them when you get up, before you go to sleep, before and after every meal, and before the prayers. So basically, you know, it's just many times a day we should be using this. It's not compulsory we have to use this, but you know, it's a great benefit, great blessings, you know, that Allah has sent us. You know, so yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. Hopefully people will benefit from this knowledge, and you don't have to spend like, you know, hundreds of pounds going to dentists for really bad toothaches. Definitely use this, but like I said again, you know, you have to make sure it's fresh. Don't use the same bit like 10 times or whatever, because the natural juice is in there. That's like, you know, the toothpaste on there, right? It's worn away once you've used it. Again, cut, and then you get natural juices here, right? Again, you know, use it again, fresh. That's got natural juices. That's kind of like putting toothpaste on. You don't have to put toothpaste on. Just giving an example of what it's like, yeah. So if you just use the same part, it's kind of like using a toothbrush and then not putting any, you know, extra toothpaste on, and keep using the same toothbrush. You're not going to get much benefit out of just using the same bit all the time. Make sure you definitely cut and use a fresh bit every time if you can. It might seem a bit expensive, you know, 50 pence at a time, but considering it's very, very cheap, considering, you know, avoiding toothaches and things like that, which can cost, you know, literally hundreds of pounds, at least, you know, you look at 60 to 100 pounds. So I hope you'll benefit. Assalamu alaikum. Take